Well, the Black Diamond Cup has been concepted out of the International Women's Day Illawarra Committee. We thought that we've been operating for 10 years now, and we really wanted a signature event for women in racing.
But this is just to recognise women in racing, training, jockeys, apprentices, our staff, the people that come here, as was said today by Fairley, the women who attend to the races and make it the colourful spectacle it is, but just to make the women feel like it's special. We have a total of 20 trainers approved to train at Kembla Grange, mostly in the facilities on the other side of the course. Some who do train away from the course and truck their horses here for training, but out of our registered 22, 11 or 50% of them are all ladies, and very successful too. Some of them haven't got big, fields, big numbers, but they are very, very good.
And Gwenda Markwell, what an amazing woman she is.
I've had horses with Gwenda on and off over the years, and she's trained winners for me all over New South Wales, so it's fabulous. She's won 13 premierships in a row. Now, that's a pretty good effort, because you're up against the trainers such as John Hawkes and all the other top trainers. And, like for her to come out and be the winning, the premiership 13 years in a row speaks volumes.
Oh, look, there has been a bit of a shift, but obviously Kembla's been a good base for a lot of years for females, and Gwenda's obviously won the premiership here 13 years running, so obviously it starts with the girls down here. I was apprentice to Gwenda when I was apprentice here, so I rode a lot of winners for her here and in the city, and she's always had a lot of support for me over the years.
Congratulations of 13 years winning the premierships. How do you find being a woman in a male-dominated industry?
Oh, I just think it's all good. Good. Yeah. Anybody's game.
Anybody's game? That's so... I just saw you're very hands-on. You're stretching the horse before it was racing. Is that something you've always done?
Yeah, every trainer stretches their legs, and anything pinching them, it gives them a good stretch.
Clerk of the course. This is a very interesting job for a female. How did you get into it?
Just worked through the racing, and I've had the horse and thought I wanted to get more involved, and started working here and love it. Absolutely love it.
So what is your daily job? How do you involve yourself with the horse?
Get up quite early, about 3 a.m, trek it to the track here, ride track work in the mornings, and go work on the family property. So always involved in racing.
So you do track work as well as clerk of the course, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I work for Donna Grisdale, trainer here. Yeah, another female.
Fantastic. What do you enjoy the most, clerk of the course or being a track work rider?
All of it, actually. I'm actually training to be a jockey, so just every aspect of this industry. I'm loving it and enjoying it, and it's good fun.
As a woman in the racing industry, have you found any challenges?
Oh, there's lots of challenges along the way, certainly. Keeping rides, getting on good horses, but it's probably struggles of being a jockey, regardless of being female or male, but probably in years gone by it has been harder for the girls. But I feel like in the last few years it's sort of changing a little bit. There are owners that are willing to stick, and obviously you see the likes of Michelle Payne winning a Melbourne Cup because of it, so hopefully it can keep going in that same direction.
Recently you've just become an owner. Now, what made you get into the racing industry as an owner?
Well, I've always been around horses. I grew up on the land, and I've always been involved in racing in some way. I had a significant birthday, and I happened to go to Sunday at the Stables with Gay, and got enticed into a ladies-only syndicate, which he's doing really well. He's had 2 wins out of 3 starts, and there's a group of us in it, and we're loving it.
Do you find it any challenges being a female in the racing industry?
I think, I think there is a bit of sexism in the industry. Women are trying to get a more prominent role and doing a lot of the tougher jobs that are usually only assigned to kind of males. Like they ride some of the more difficult horses, or they get to do the breaking and the training. I don't want to be kind of like putting stereotypes out there, but I think that a lot of women are quite compassionate, a little bit more sensitive, maybe softer towards horses, and that can sometimes work in your favour.
Looking around out there, it's
50-50 men and women, and women seem to have good relationships with the horses.
You've been with the club for 39 years. What have you found as being the most challenging and the happy times with the club?
Probably when I was racing secretary. That was a bit of a challenge for me, and it was very, it was very rewarding. I loved it.
With all the women in the racing industry, do you have someone in particular that you admire?
Look, I think Gay Waterhouse is an extraordinary individual. I think she's a great businesswoman. She's clearly a good trainer, a great trainer. And there's something very special about going to her stables because of the history with her dad.
Probably Gay Waterhouse, jockey girl, Kathy O'Hara. She's probably the favourite.
Michelle Payne, most definitely. To see her win the Melbourne Cup was a great thing for all women in racing to see, and not just in the racing industry but nationwide.
Got to say Michelle Payne, she really stuck it to the girls and really showed what we can do when we're put under the pressure.
Definitely Gay Waterhouse, because she's not only been able to stand up against the men as a woman but as a trainer.
So I just think any successful businesswomen and, you know, women in racing that are being successful are role models for anybody coming through the ranks. So, you know, I didn't have anybody to sort of follow when I was an apprentice, a female apprentice in Sydney, and you know, I've been the only senior female rider for more years than I care to remember. So, look, hopefully, you know, my presence here can inspire some of the girls coming through. And like I say, any successful businesswoman doesn't even have to be a jockey or a trainer necessarily, but anyone going forward is an inspiration and goes to prove that, you know, you can do it if you put your mind to it and work hard.